Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers. Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked coins in the UK, the humble 20 pence. While it might seem ordinary, some versions of the UK 20p coin are shockingly valuable. Whether due to rare minting errors, low mintage numbers, or unique designs, these coins are now fetching serious dollar prices in collector circles and online auctions. So make sure you check your pocket change, because you might be holding on to a little treasure. Let's count down the top 6 most valuable UK 20 pence coins by year, condition, and mint mark, and yes, we'll also cover how much they're worth in dollars today. Let's get started. First up, the 1982 20 pence in circulated condition. At first glance, it may seem like just another everyday coin, but when you take a closer look, you'll discover that even in worn or circulated states, this piece carries surprising historical weight and potential auction value. Stay with us as we uncover the unique story, features, and collector demand behind this 1982 UK 20 pence coin and find out what it could be worth in today's market in US dollars. The year 1982 marked a pivotal point in UK coinage history. It was the first time the 20 pence coin was ever issued. Prior to this, the 20p denomination simply didn't exist in the decimal system. The British Royal Mint introduced the coin as a response to economic and commercial needs, helping to bridge the gap between the 10 pence and 50 pence coins. The introduction was part of a broader modernization effort in UK currency during the 1980s. This coin was minted with great care, making the 1982 issue not only the first of its kind, but also a piece that represents a shift in British monetary history. The 1982 20 pence coin is instantly recognizable due to its distinctive heptagonal shape, with 7 sides and a smooth, rounded edge. It is made of a cupro-nickel alloy, giving it a silvery appearance. The reverse of the coin, designed by William Gardner, features a crowned Tudor rose, a classic symbol of England, and the denomination written as 20. The obverse side displays the famous portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on UK coins between 1968 and 1984. The edge is plain, and the coin has a weight of approximately 5 grams and a diameter of 21.4 millimeters. While the coin was minted in large quantities, its first-year issue status gives it special significance to collectors. Now you might be thinking 1982 20 pence coins are common, right? That's partially true. The coin was circulated widely, but what sets some of them apart are their first-year minting and their circulated history. Even coins in damaged or heavily circulated condition can draw collector attention, especially if they have unique wear patterns, minting anomalies, or simply because they complete a date collection. For many collectors, having the first edition of any denomination is essential even if it's not in mint condition. This emotional and historical connection drives demand, and while pristine coins fetch premium prices, circulated ones also command respectable interest at auctions and online markets. So how much is a circulated 1982 20 pence coin worth today? Well, the answer may surprise you. In the US auction market, a typical circulated 1982 20 pence coin might sell for anywhere between $325,000 depending on the level of wear and demand at the time. However, in some online marketplaces and collector auctions, coins with better detail preservation, or those that are part of a complete decimal set, have sold for $122,000. There have even been instances where coin dealers have listed first-issue circulated coins for up to $10, particularly if there's a historical or personal story attached to them. So while this coin may not make you instantly rich, it certainly holds more value than its face amount, especially to the right buyer. If you're a collector beginner or advanced, there are a few things to keep in mind when dealing with the 1982 20 pence coin. First, look closely for error coins, such as misaligned strikes, off-center designs, or even slight variations in the lettering or date spacing. These can fetch significantly higher prices. Second, store your coins carefully, even if they're already circulated. Preventing further corrosion or damage can help maintain or increase their resale value. Third, always cross-reference recent auction results before selling. Market trends can change quickly, especially when a particular coin gains sudden popularity. And finally, consider getting the coin graded by a professional. If it seems to be in better condition than average, a certified grade can dramatically increase buyer confidence and selling price. In summary, the 1982 United Kingdom 20 pence coin is more than just spare change. It represents a moment of transition in British currency history and holds a special place in the hearts of collectors worldwide. Even in circulated condition, it carries respectable value, particularly for being the first year of issue. Whether you found one in your old change jar or you're planning to start a British decimal coin collection, this piece is a must-have. And who knows, that dull old 20p could be worth a lot more than you think in today's auction market. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from 1989, even in bad or heavily circulated condition. Many collectors often overlook worn-out coins, assuming they hold little to no value, but sometimes history, minting patterns, and market demand tell a very different story. In this video, we'll uncover the background, unique features, rarity, and surprising dollar value of the 1989 UK 20p coin, especially in damaged or circulated condition. Stick around until the end for some helpful collector tips that could help you turn a dull coin into a potential auction gem. The 20 pence coin is a relatively modern addition to the UK's currency system. It was first introduced in 1982, intended to fill the value gap between the 10 and 50 pence pieces. By the year 1989, the 20 pence coin had already become a familiar part of everyday transactions in the United Kingdom. That year, however, saw no commemorative designs or major minting shifts, which actually makes it an overlooked year, and often, overlooked years become quietly rare. The Royal Mint produced millions of these coins, but many were used extensively in circulation, leading to a decline in high-quality surviving examples today. As such, even coins in rough shape from 1989 now attract interest among those trying to complete decade-specific or date-run collections. The 1989 20 pence coin retains the distinctive equilateral heptagon-shaped 7 curved sides that allow it to stand out both in your pocket and in your collection. The coin is struck in cupra nickel, giving it a silver-like appearance. On the reverse, designed by William Gardner, you'll find the classic crowned Tudor rose, a timeless English emblem, along with the denomination 20. The obverse features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Macluf, used on UK coins from 1985 to 1997. This regal portrait is framed with the inscription Elizabeth II D times G times Reg times F times D times 1989. The edge is plain, and the diameter is around 21.4 millimeters. These details are typical of the era, but the subtle design evolution and portrait updates help date the coin precisely, which is crucial for collectors. Now, let's talk about rarity and demand, especially for coins in circulated or bad condition. While the 1989 20p coin isn't classified as rare in terms of mintage numbers, what makes it increasingly valuable is the diminishing number of well-preserved examples. After more than 3 decades of wear and tear, most 1989 20p coins in existence are in heavily circulated condition. For collectors attempting to build a complete timeline set of 20 pence coins from the 1980s, or for those seeking every Queen Elizabeth II portrait in each year, even a damaged coin can help fill a critical gap in their collection. Moreover, some coins from 1989 may exhibit minting errors, such as die cracks, misaligned strikes, or faded details due to overuse of dies, all of which increase interest, even in circulated coins. You're probably wondering what's the actual market value of a 1989 UK 20 pence coin in bad condition, especially when viewed in US dollars. Typically, a heavily circulated 1989 20p coin might sell online or at coin shows $431,000 depending on the condition. However, if the coin displays unique characteristics such as minor errors or retains partial design visibility despite wear, collectors may pay between $326,000 for the right example. Interestingly, even worn coins have been known to fetch when sold as part of a set or when bought by international collectors who place high value on year-specific editions. So while it might not make headlines in auctions, a bad condition 1989 20p still holds real market worth, particularly in the US collector scene. If you come across a 1989 20 pence coin in worn condition, don't toss it aside. First, examine it closely for signs of error. Off-center strikes, doubled lettering, or die rotation could significantly boost value. Even without such features, keep the coin stored in a protective sleeve to prevent further deterioration. Coins from this year can also hold educational value in beginner collections or date-themed sets, so consider offering them to newer collectors who need affordable entries. And before selling, Always check recent online auction results on platforms like eBay, Etsy, or UK-specific coin dealer websites. Market interest fluctuates, and what seems common today could spike in value tomorrow. The 1989 United Kingdom 20p coin, even in bad or heavily circulated condition, carries more significance than meets the eye. It may not be a headline-making rarity, but its role in British currency history, combined with a shrinking supply of intact examples, makes it a sleeper asset in the world of numismatics. With a potential auction value that exceeds face value, especially in the US market, this coin deserves a second look before being discarded or overlooked. Whether you're an experienced collector or just starting out, the 1989 20p offers a great mix of history, value, and discovery. Next up, the United Kingdom 20p coin from 1993, especially in fine circulated condition. While it may not seem like much at first glance, this coin has captured the interest of collectors around the world for several intriguing reasons. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about the coins in your pocket, you're about to discover why the 1993 20p coin deserves a closer look. To truly understand the value of the 1993 UK 20p coin, we need to look at its origins. The 20p coin was first introduced in the United Kingdom in 1982, designed as part of a broader move toward decimalization. It filled the gap between the 10p and 50p coins and quickly became a staple of daily commerce. The 1993 edition of the 20p belongs to a series that featured the Makhlouf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was in circulation from 1985 to 1997. During this time, millions of coins were minted annually, but specific years like 1993 had relatively lower mintage figures, adding an element of rarity. Even though the coin was intended for daily use, it has now become a collector's item, particularly when preserved in fine or better condition. The 1993 20p coin boasts several distinctive features that set it apart. Designed by William Gardner, the reverse side features a crown Tudor rose, a timeless symbol of England, with the inscription 20p and the date 1993 positioned below the rose. The obverse carries the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II facing right, designed by Raphael Makhlouf, showcasing Her Majesty wearing the royal diadem. The coin is heptagonal in shape, with 7 sides that make it easily recognizable both by sight and touch. Composed of a cupronickel alloy and weighing 5 grams, the coin is 21.4 millimeters in diameter, making it small but significant in detail and historical relevance. Now, let's talk rarity, particularly in fine circulated condition. While the 1993 20p coin isn't considered the rarest in terms of mintage compared to special proof or error coins, its scarcity begins to show when we talk about its condition. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, accumulating scratches, wear, and loss of definition over the years. Finding a 1993 20p in fine or better condition, where most of the details on both sides remain crisp and clear, is relatively uncommon. This makes such specimens more desirable to collectors, especially those looking to complete a date run of 20p coins. The market is particularly attentive to well-preserved examples from the early 1990s, a period during which some mint years, like 1992 and 1993, saw limited survival in collectible grade. What is the actual value of a 1993 UK 20p coin in today's market, especially in fine condition? While a regular worn coin may trade for face value or slightly above, a fine condition piece can fetch $735,000 depending on market trends, demand, and clarity of details. In some collector circles and at specialized auctions, particularly those hosted online or by British numismatic societies, exceptionally preserved examples have been known to reach values up to $426,000, especially when sold alongside other collectible pieces. If a coin features die variations or other small minting errors, though rare for this year, prices could increase significantly. While this may not sound like a fortune, it's an impressive leap from its original spending value and shows the potential lying within older circulated coinage. If you're interested in collecting UK 20p coins, especially the 1993 issue, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. First, always examine your coins under good lighting and, if possible, with a magnifying glass. Look for sharpness in the Queen's profile and the Tudor rose details. These areas are most susceptible to wear. Store your coins in acid-free sleeves or holders to preserve their condition and prevent further degradation. If you're buying a coin, make sure to source it from reputable dealers or auction houses. Always request clear photographs or certification if the value seems high. And don't forget to explore bulk lots or mixed date sales. Many collectors have stumbled upon high-grade 1993 coins hiding among more common pieces. The 1993 United Kingdom 20 pence coin in fine condition may appear ordinary, but to the trained eye and dedicated collector, it's a piece worth having. Its elegant design, historic context, and growing interest in 90s-era coinage make it a standout in many collections. While its market value in dollars may not rival that of ultra-rare gold coins, it still offers both numismatic satisfaction and a tidy return for those who spot it in the wild. So, next time you come across a 20p coin, take a closer look. You might be holding a small piece of history with surprising value. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from 1999 in very fine condition. Whether you found this coin in your change or inherited it from a family collection, you may be holding a small piece of numismatic history. In this video, we'll explore the background, unique features, and the true market value of this coin, particularly in the condition known as very fine. So, let's jump right into it and uncover whether the 1999 20p could be worth more than just 20 pence. The 20 pence coin was first introduced into circulation in the United Kingdom in 1982 as part of a broader initiative to modernize the coinage system. By 1999, the coin had already become a staple of everyday British currency. Minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the 1999 edition continued to feature her well-known portrait by Raphael McLoof, which was used on UK coins between 1985 and 1997, until being replaced by the Ian Rank Broadley portrait in the late 1990s. This means that coins from 1999 predominantly feature the Rank Broadley portrait, showcasing more realistic detail and a mature representation of the Queen. While 1999 was not a rare year in terms of mintage, specific qualities of the coin and its condition play a vital role in its desirability and value today. The 1999 20 pence coin is easily recognizable by its equilateral curve heptagon shape, meaning it has 7 curved sides. This distinct design sets it apart visually and tactually from other coins in circulation. The obverse side of the coin features Queen Elizabeth II facing right, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. The reverse displays the crowned Tudor rose, a beautiful symbol of British heritage, designed by William Gardner. The edge is plain, a standard feature for 20 pence coins. When held in very fine condition, a 1999 coin will still show some wear from circulation but will retain most of its design details, especially in the high points of the Queen's portrait and the Tudor rose. In terms of sheer mintage, the 1999 20 pence is not among the rarest UK coins. However, collectors are often on the lookout for coins that are not only old but also preserved well. Coins in damaged or heavily worn condition are abundant, which makes them less desirable. Scratched, corroded, or bent coins might fetch only face value or marginally more to beginner collectors. But what makes even common coins like the 1999 20p sought after is the presence of errors or preservation in high grades. Coins with unusual minting errors, misalignments, or double striking can be incredibly valuable even in worn condition. And sometimes, damaged coins still sell if they exhibit specific collector interest or historical anomalies. Now, let's talk about what you're really here for: the value. In very fine condition, the 1999 UK 20 pence coin typically sells for between $532,000 on online auction platforms such as eBay and Etsy. While this might not sound like a fortune, it's certainly more than its face value, especially considering that this coin is still considered a common circulation piece. If the coin is presented in a high-quality protective sleeve, and especially if it is bundled with other coins in a lot, its value can go up to $426,000 on the rare occasion that a collector is searching for a very specific year to complete a collection. The coin may be valued slightly higher. Special error versions, if verified, can fetch upwards of $121,000 even if the base coin is from a common year like 1999. If you're a beginner collector or just curious about the value of coins in your pocket, here are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always examine your coins under good lighting and, if possible, with a magnifying glass. Look for sharpness in the design details, especially the Queen's crown and facial features, and the petals of the Tudor rose. Store your coins in protective sleeves or albums to avoid further wear. When buying or selling, Always compare prices on reputable sites or auction houses to avoid overpaying or underselling. And remember, condition is key. A well-preserved coin, even if common, can hold far more value than a damaged one. So, there you have it, the full story behind the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from 1999 in very fine condition. While it may not be the rarest coin out there, its elegant design, historical context, and potential for value appreciation make it a wonderful addition to any collection. Whether you're collecting for passion, profit, or both, never underestimate the hidden gems in your loose change. Keep your eyes open. You never know which small coin could hold big value. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from the year 1985. Specifically, we'll be focusing on the coin in damaged or circulated condition and exploring whether it still holds any collectible value. Is this coin just a forgotten piece of pocket change, or could it be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered in your coin jar? Stay with us as we unravel the rarity, historical context, and auction market value of the 1985 20p coin. Yes, even when it's scratched, worn, or damaged. The 20p coin was introduced into circulation in the United Kingdom in June 1982, as part of a broader coinage reform that aimed to make British currency more efficient and easier to handle. It was the first UK coin to be struck in a heptagonal shape and made of cupronickel, a metal alloy that gave the coin a silvery appearance. The 1985 issue came just 3 years into the coin's existence and belongs to the early generation of 20 pence coins, making it of interest to many collectors of modern British currency. During the mid-1980s, the coin featured the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael McLouf. This portrait is easily recognizable for its elegant detail and was used on coins between 1985 and 1997. While the 1985 20p was not a commemorative coin and had no special release, its relatively low mintage and early date make it more appealing today, especially to those focusing on completing year-by-year collections. The 1985 20p coin stand out? To begin with, its seven-sided shape, technically called an equilateral curve heptagon, makes it both visually unique and easy to identify by touch. The obverse of the coin features Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the George IV state diadem, with the inscription Elizabeth II Deed G to Reg of D. 1985 from the reverse. Designed by William Gardner, we see a crowned Tudor rose with a denomination 20 pence surrounding it. The crowned rose is a symbol of England and has deep historical significance, linking the coin to the Tudor dynasty. Though this was not a proof coin or limited edition, these design features and the coin's place in early decimal history give it an appealing charm for collectors, especially those who appreciate the evolution of modern British coinage. Now, let's talk rarity and how that affects collector demand even for damaged specimens. The Royal Mint produced just over 74 million 20p coins in 1985. That might sound like a large number, but over decades of circulation, many of these coins have been lost, heavily worn, or melted down. As a result, locating a 1985 20p coin in decent or even damaged condition has become somewhat more challenging than expected. In the world of numismatics, rarity isn't only about how many were minted, it's also about how many survive today in collectible condition. Surprisingly, even in damaged or heavily circulated states, the 1985 20p retains some desirability among collectors, especially those trying to complete year sets or who focus on coins with a McLouf portrait. While pristine coins are always preferred, many collectors and hobbyists understand that earlier decimal coins like the 1985 20p have endured years of wear, and are still worth adding to a personal collection even if scratched, discolored, or worn. While a coin in uncirculated or near mint condition might fetch between $326,000 depending on demand, a damaged or heavily circulated example typically trades for between $125,000. It's important to note that while the intrinsic or metal value isn't high due to its cupronickel composition, the value comes from collector interest and historical appeal. That said, eBay listings and private auctions occasionally show slightly higher results, especially when the coin is bundled with other early 20p issues or is of interest to international buyers. Collectors outside the UK often pay a little more due to shipping and the difficulty of finding specific British coins locally. If you're a budding collector or even a casual enthusiast, here are a few tips regarding the 1985 20p. Don't ignore damaged coins while mint condition is king. Even flawed coins have value in completing sets or as placeholders until better ones are found. 1985 20p coins are hiding in job lots or mixed coin bundles online. You might snag one at a bargain. Use a magnifying glass. Even worn coins can have minting errors or misalignments that increase their value. Always inspect both sides carefully. Store properly. If you plan to keep a damaged coin, store it in a soft coin flip or plastic wallet to prevent further deterioration. Join collector groups. Online communities often trade coins like the 1985 20p, and fellow collectors may be willing to pay or trade for your duplicates, even in poor condition. To wrap things up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from 1985 may not be a millionaire maker in damaged condition, but it still holds historical and collectible value. Its early place in the decimal era, the classic Makhlouf portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and its diminishing availability make it worth far more than face value to the right collector. If you come across one of these in your coin box, even in rough shape, don't toss it aside. You might just be holding a small but significant piece of British numismatic history. Next up, the United Kingdom 20 pence coin from the year 1994. Specifically, we'll be focusing on its circulated, fine condition state. Is this small coin hiding big value? Could it hold rarity or hidden demand even in a non-mint condition? Stick with us as we explore its history, features, rarity, and what it's currently fetching in the market, especially in auction listings in US dollars. The 20 pence coin was first introduced into the UK currency system in 1982, during a period of decimalisation and modernisation of the British monetary system. By the time 1994 rolled around, the 20p coin had been a familiar part of daily transactions. These coins featured the crown Tudor rose on the reverse and the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Makhlouf on the obverse, a design used from 1985 to 1997. The 1994 issue was part of the regular circulation strike, minted at the Royal Mint and distributed across the UK for everyday use. The 1994 20 pence coin has several notable J that distinguish it from other coins of its time. Struck in cupronickel, it weighs 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.4 millimeters. Its heptagonal shape with 7 curved sides gives it a unique tactile and visual identity, instantly recognizable among UK coins. The reverse design by William Gardner displays the crowned double rose, a traditional symbol of England. The obverse showcases Queen Elizabeth II in the Makhlouf portrait, where Her Majesty is shown wearing the George IV state diadem. While these may seem standard today, at the time, this design and composition represented the evolution of UK coinage into modernity, and for collectors, every year of issue represents a different production batch, with potential differences in mintage, circulation wear, and even rare errors. Now let's talk about rarity and demand. The 1994 20p is not considered extremely rare in its base circulated form, but that doesn't mean it lacks interest among collectors. Many coin enthusiasts look for coins from this era in the best possible condition, usually uncirculated or mint state. However, in fine circulated condition, there is still modest demand, especially for those aiming to complete full-year sets or for those who appreciate older pre-1997 coins featuring Makhlouf's portrait. When it comes to damaged or well-worn coins, those with surface scratches, discoloration, or corrosion, the demand drops, but not to zero. Some collectors still purchase these for educational use, jewelry making, or to use as placeholders in collections. A very worn coin won't break the bank, but a fine condition piece, where most of the design details are still visible and only moderate wear is present, retains more appeal. As of now, the 1994 20 pence coin in circulated fine condition tends to sell modestly in the secondary market. Prices range from $534,000 depending on the exact condition and presentation. If you're listing a fine example on platforms like eBay or Etsy, you might see it attract bids in the $222,000 range, especially if bundled with other dates or presented as part of a thematic set. It's important to note that auction prices can vary significantly. A coin listed with clear photographs, proper grading terms, and shipping details can fetch a higher price than a similar coin with poor presentation. Occasionally, these coins may go for slightly more when sold internationally or to beginner collectors looking to expand their British coin collection. While the 1994 20 pence coin in fine condition isn't going to make you rich overnight, it still holds value for the right buyer and contributes to the historical narrative of UK coinage. Its unique shape, classic Tudor rose design, and representation of the era make it an essential addition for those collecting British decimal coins or simply appreciating coinage as miniature art and history. Thanks for joining us today. If you found a 1994 20p in your change or collection, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into rare coins, currency values, and numismatic tips.